This year is not just another year, it's your year. Not because of luck, not because the universe is suddenly going to make things easier, but because you're going to make the decision to stop holding yourself back. See, too many people go through life waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for the right moment, waiting for somebody to give them permission to be great. But let me tell you something, nobody's coming to give you the life you want. You have to go out and take it. You owe it to yourself to stop making excuses. If you're tired of where you are, do something about it. If you don't like your job, find a way to build something better. If you're unhappy with your health, get up and change it. Your situation will not change until you change. You owe it to yourself to stop doubting who you are. You've been walking around with dreams, ideas, and visions that could change your life. But every time an opportunity comes, you second guess yourself. You tell yourself, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? But let me tell you something. What if you succeed? What if you are good enough? What if the life you've been dreaming about is on the other side of that fear? You owe it to yourself to stop playing small. Stop shrinking your dreams to fit the comfort zone of others. Stop toning yourself down because you're afraid of what people might say. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. You are not here to be average. You are here to be great. And listen, 2025 is the year to bet on you. You spent years pouring into other people, supporting their dreams, being there for everybody else. Now it's time to show up for yourself. You can't keep giving the best of you to everyone else while giving yourself the leftovers. It's your turn. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more playing small. This is the year you stop wishing and start doing. This is the year you step into your power. Because when you finally realize that nobody owes you success, but you owe it to yourself to go get it, that's when everything changes. 2025 is your year. Claim it. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many dreams, goals, and plans have you pushed aside because you were waiting for the right time? Be honest with yourself. How much time have you already wasted waiting for conditions to be perfect? The truth is, there is no perfect time to start. There never has been and there never will be. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. If you keep postponing your goals, you'll wake up one day and realize that years have passed and you're still in the same place. Success doesn't come to people who wait. It comes to those who take action, despite the uncertainty, despite the fear, despite the fact that everything isn't lined up perfectly. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they had everything figured out before they started? No. They started when they were uncomfortable. They started when they were scared. They started before they felt ready. If you keep waiting, all you're doing is strengthening your habit of procrastination. You're training yourself to believe that waiting is acceptable, that hesitation is normal. But hesitation creates fear. The more you delay, the harder it becomes to take action. Your brain starts coming up with more excuses. I need more information. I need more experience. I need more time. But time isn't the problem. Your mindset is. You don't need more time. You need more action. The only way to learn, the only way to grow, the only way to succeed is to start moving forward, even if it's messy, even if you're unsure. Because the moment you start, momentum kicks in. And when you have momentum, fear takes a back seat. Think about everything you've been putting off. The business idea you've been sitting on, the book you've been wanting to write, the gym membership you keep delaying. What's really stopping you? It's not time, it's not resources, it's you. If you're waiting for confidence, understand this. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. Every successful person you see today was once a beginner. They had doubts, they had fears, but they moved forward anyway, and that's exactly why they made it. So stop waiting, stop looking for signs, stop convincing yourself that tomorrow is a better time to start. Tomorrow is not promised, and yesterday is already gone. All you have is right now. This is your moment. Not next week, not next year, now. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to start. Excuses are comfortable. They give you a reason to stay where you are. They make it easy to justify why you haven't started, why you haven't changed, why you aren't living the life you want. But here's the truth. Excuses won't change your life. Only action will. You can tell yourself you don't have enough time, but the reality is everyone gets the same 24 hours in the day. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck isn't time, it's how they use it. Successful people don't have more time. They start to see obstacles instead of opportunities. You start to doubt yourself instead of pushing forward, and before you know it, years pass and nothing changes. But action breaks the cycle. Action builds momentum. Action creates opportunities. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Every small step you take chips away at your doubts, your fears, and your excuses. With each move forward, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Think about this. What if you had started 6 months ago? Where would you be today if you had taken action instead of making excuses? The good news is it's not too late, but you have to make the choice right now to stop talking about what you want and start working for it. You either make progress or you make excuses. You can't do both. You can either sit back and watch other people go after their dreams, or you can step up and take responsibility for your own. Nobody is going to hand you success. Nobody is coming to push you forward. It's on you. So stop telling yourself why you can't and start proving to yourself that you can. Stop waiting for the right time, the right feeling, the right situation. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is action. And the only question that matters is, are you finally ready to take it? Doubt is a silent killer. It creeps into your mind, whispers in your ear, and convinces you that you're not good enough, not ready, not capable. It doesn't attack with force. It works in the shadows, slowly eating away at your confidence until you start believing the lie that you can't. But here's the truth. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Failure teaches, failure strengthens, failure pushes you forward. But doubt stops you before you even begin. It convinces you to sit on the sidelines, to hesitate, to hold back from taking that leap. And the longer you listen to it, the more it controls your life. How many dreams have you let die because you doubted yourself? How many opportunities have you missed because you convinced yourself you weren't ready? Think about all the things you once wanted to do, the business you thought about starting, the skill you wanted to learn, the risks you wanted to take. Now ask yourself, what stopped you? Was it failure or was it doubt? Most people never even give themselves a chance to fail because their doubt paralyzes them before they take the first step. They spend more time imagining what could go wrong than actually trying. They overthink, they second guess, and they talk themselves out of their own potential. But here's what they don't realize. Failure is never final, but regret is. When you fail, you learn. When you fail, you grow. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. They've stumbled, they've fallen, and they've had moments of uncertainty. But the difference between them and most people is simple. They didn't let doubt stop them. They move forward anyway. Doubt is nothing more than fear disguised as logic. It tries to convince you that you're being realistic by not taking risks. But what's realistic about playing small? What's realistic about living a life that doesn't fulfill you? What's realistic about staying stuck in the same place year after year, knowing deep down that you were made for more? The only way to silence doubt is through action. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to feel completely ready. You just need to take the first step. Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you build by proving to yourself that you can. So stop letting doubt control your future. Stop listening to that voice in your head that tells you you're not enough. You are more capable than you realize. And the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the belief that you can make them happen. Because in the end, it's not failure that will hurt the most, it's knowing that you never even tried. Playing small is comfortable. is safe. It keeps you from risking failure, from facing criticism, from stepping into the unknown. But here's the problem. Playing small won't get you where you want to be. You weren't born to be average. You weren't put on this earth to just exist, to simply get by, to do just enough to survive. You were built for more. But if you keep shrinking your dreams to fit the life you have, instead of expanding your actions to create the life you want, you will stay stuck exactly where you are. Look at the people who are living at the level you aspire to reach. Do you think they got there by playing small? No. They took risks. They made bold moves. They stepped outside of their comfort zone even when it was scary. They refused to settle. Too many people hold themselves back because they're afraid of failure. They tell themselves, what if I try and it doesn't work? But let me ask you this, what if you'll never know how much you could have achieved, how much you could have grown, how far you could have gone. Playing small doesn't protect you, it robs you. It robs you of opportunities, of potential, of a life that you were meant to live. You have dreams for a reason. You have ideas, visions, and ambitions that were placed inside you for a purpose. Stop suppressing them. Stop doubting them. Stop ignoring them. If something excites you, if something calls to you, that's a sign that you need to go after it. And yes, the road will be tough. People will doubt you. Some will criticize you. But those opinions don't pay your bills. They don't build your legacy. And they don't define your future. You do. So stop playing small. Stop dimming your light because you're afraid of standing out. Stop settling for good enough when greatness is within your reach. Take up space, be bold, step into the version of yourself that refuses to hold back. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the courage to go all in. For years, you've been there for everyone else. You've sacrificed, you've given your time, your energy, your love. You've shown up when people needed you, carried burdens that weren't yours to bear, and put others ahead of yourself time and time again. But now, it's time to show up for you. Somewhere along the way, you convinced yourself that your needs could wait, that your dreams weren't as urgent, that taking care of yourself was selfish. But that's a lie. You cannot keep pouring from an empty cup. You cannot keep running on fumes, neglecting your own goals, your own happiness, your own potential. Think about it. If someone you love came to you and said they were tired, that they felt stuck, that they weren't living up to their full potential, what would you tell them? Would you say, just keep putting yourself last? Would you say, don't worry about your dreams, focus on everyone else? Of course not. So why do you tell yourself that? You deserve the same level of care, dedication, and love that you so freely give to others. Your goals matter, your happiness matters, your future matters. But nothing is going to change until you start showing up for yourself the way you've been showing up for everyone else. It's time to stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to chase your dreams, to prioritize your well-being, to build the life you actually want. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to push you forward. It's on you. And that's not a bad thing. It's powerful. Because the moment you decide that you are worth the effort, everything shifts. You start making different choices. You stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop saying yes to things that drain you and start saying yes to the things that fuel you. You are not here just to survive. You are not here just to be everything for everyone else while your own life passes you by. You have dreams for a reason. You have a purpose that is bigger than just existing. And if you don't start showing up for yourself, nobody else will do it for you. This is your time, right now. Not next year, not when things slow down, not when you have more time, now. You spent years investing in other people's happiness. Now it's time to invest in your own because you deserve it, because you've earned it, because your future self is waiting for you to finally step up. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if you gave yourself the same energy, love, and commitment that you give to everyone else? It's time to find out fear is a powerful force. It can stop you in your tracks, make you second guess yourself, and keep you stuck in the same place for years. But here's the truth. Fear is temporary, regret is not. Fear fades. The anxiety you feel before taking a risk, before stepping into the unknown, before chasing something bigger than yourself, it doesn't last. It's a moment, an emotion, a reaction. It comes and goes. But regret lingers. It sits in the back of your mind and whispers, what if? It follows you through life, reminding you of all the chances. Regret doesn't come all at once. It builds. It starts small, a little voice in your head telling you that you should have tried, that you should have been braver, that you should have taken that leap. And then over time, that voice gets louder until one day you wake up and realize that fear didn't protect you, it stole from you. But here's the good news. It's not too late. Fear is temporary, which means you can push past it. The discomfort you feel when stepping outside of your comfort zone is nothing compared to the pain of looking back on a life you didn't truly live. The only way to silence regret before it begins is through action. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't have to control you. Every time you feel afraid, ask yourself, is this fear going to matter a year from now, 5 years from now, or will it fade into the background while the regret of not trying takes its place? Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about being scared and taking action anyway. It's about looking fear in the eye and saying, you don't own me. It's about choosing to live fully rather than safely. Because in the end, when you look back on your life, you won't remember the moments you played it safe. You'll remember the moments you took a chance, the times you bet on yourself, the risks that made all the difference. Fear is temporary, but if you let it stop you, the regret of never knowing what could have been, that lasts forever. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to push you, to motivate you, to hand you the life you want. It's on you. For too long, people wait. They wait for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right person to come along and change their lives. But that moment isn't coming. That opportunity isn't just going to fall into your lap. And that person, they don't exist. Because the only person who can change your life is the one staring back at you in the mirror. It's easy to believe that someone else will show up and make things better, that one day circumstances will magically shift and everything will fall into place. But life doesn't work that way. If you want something, you have to go get it. If you want success, you have to work for it. If you want change, you have to create it. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more blaming your past, your parents, your circumstances, or the world. You can't control where you came from, but you can control where you're going. And the moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything shifts. Because here's the truth, nobody cares about your excuses. Life doesn't care if you're tired, if you're scared, if you feel unprepared. It will keep moving with or without you. So the choice is yours. Get up and take control, or stay stuck and watch others pass you by. The people you admire, the ones who have built extraordinary lives, didn't get there by waiting for a handout. They showed up for themselves every single day. They pushed through self-doubt, failure, and fear. They didn't wait for permission to chase their dreams. They just started. And you can too, but you have to make a decision. You have to decide that you are done sitting on the sidelines, done wishing for change instead of creating it, done looking at success like it's something reserved for other people. It's not. It's for those who refuse to settle. It's for those who take action. So stop waiting for someone to come and fix your life. Nobody is coming. It's on you to take charge of your future. It's on you to show up, to put in the work, to push through the obstacles. It's on you to build discipline, to stay consistent, to keep going even when you don't feel like it. And that's not a bad thing. It's empowering. Because the moment you stop relying on external forces and take full responsibility for your success, you become unstoppable. So what are you going to do? Keep waiting for a miracle, or finally step up and become the person you were meant to be? The answer is simple. It's on you. 2025 is the year you stop wishing and start doing. No more dreaming without action. No more saying one day and watching another year slip by. No more sitting on the sidelines while others go after what they want. This is your time. This is your year, but only if you decide to make it so. Wishing has never changed a life. Hoping for success, hoping for a better body, hoping for financial freedom, none of it means anything without effort. Wishing is passive. It feels good in the moment, but it gives you nothing. Action is what separates dreamers from achievers. Action is what turns visions into reality. Look back at the last few years. How many times have you told yourself you'd start, that you'd chase your goals, build that business, get in shape, improve your life? And how many times did you let fear, doubt, or laziness hold you back? Enough is enough. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will be waiting forever. The only perfect moment is the one you choose to take action in. And that moment is now. 2025 is not going to be different just because the calendar changed. It will be different because you decide to show up differently, because you stop talking and start executing, because you commit to yourself like never before. Nothing in your life will change until you change. You already know what you need to do. You know the habits that need to go, the work that needs to be put in, the risks you've been avoiding. You don't need more inspiration or another pep talk. You need discipline. You need to show up every single day, no matter how you feel, and put in the work. And yes, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is action. And action starts today. Not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it, right now. This is your year, but only if you make it so. No more wishing. It's time to do. Enough waiting, enough wishing, enough hoping that life will somehow change on its own. 2025 is the year you take control. You now understand that time is your most valuable resource. You can't get it back. You realize that winners don't wait for the perfect moment. They take action despite fear, despite doubt, despite discomfort. You've seen how distractions, excuses, and instant gratification rob you of your future. And most importantly, you've accepted the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. It's on you. This is not just another year. This is not just another resolution that fades in a few months. This is your turning point. The moment you decide that you are done playing small, done settling, done letting fear dictate your choices. Because if you don't change now, then when? If you don't show up for yourself this year, what makes you think next year will be any different? Your future is waiting. The best version of you is on the other side of action. No more excuses, no more delays. Make the choice, take the step, and make 2025 the year you finally become who you were meant to be.